This is Ark Raiders, and it's my honest review after playing the alpha. This game is actually incredible. I'm going to show you in this video why this is going to be one of those watershed moments for the extraction shooter genre. It's phenomenal. It's so well designed. I know this was an alpha, but it pretty much feels like a game in a complete state, if I'm totally honest, especially coming from the likes of playing the Marathon alpha, which really feels like there is no basic hook in that game to keep you coming back. This game, though, it nails absolutely everything. Now, what you're looking at here is me playing on a night mission. You get night variations of the maps, and it is so good. I mean, the tension creation in this is crazily good. You don't know what's going on. You hear the noise of the Ark robots. You can hear people moving around. This poor guy here, who I shot in the head as he was trying to loot that supply drop. And then I was kind of hiding from him, though, because I could hear him before the video started. Anyway, I've took him out, but I was worried about the Ark robots killing me. I don't want those drones to shoot me. And I'm going to loot the guy, but I'm actually very close to an extraction point here. We're going to get back into this gameplay in a moment, but honestly, I just want to wax lyrical about this game because it is so good. Like, it beats every single expectation that I had for an extraction shooter, and it proves to me that an extraction shooter actually can be a really strong proposition as a modern live service game if it's done well. Look at this, right? This is listen to the weather. Listen to the sound effects. The game is incredibly well designed when it comes to its graphical presentation, but also its sound design. I know I'm talking all over it, but the sound is phenomenal. Like, it's such a big component for gameplay. Listening for footsteps, listening to the environmental sounds, it's so well done. I mean, I think this has to be one of the games which literally has the best sound design I've ever seen in terms of the special effects and how they work. All right, let's jump back to this gameplay here. Now, I'll show you what's happening here. It's nearly the end of the extraction. You can see the clock is literally counting down. There's like a minute left to go, and everyone's trying to get onto the tube train. It's actually quite a good place to kind of, I don't want to use the word camp, but hang out, let's say, as people are trying to get towards the last sort of extraction points. You can see there's actually somebody else in here, and he gave his position away by shooting at that Ark drone, and I was able to take him out. So I'm feeling absolutely amazing. I've killed 3 people. I've got a chance to loot them, but I'm also very worried because I'm like, where's the extraction? I hope it's coming. But he'd already called the train, so the train is coming. It must be very gutting for this player because he's just been knocked and all his stuff's getting looted at the end of the mission. If I actually loot the good stuff, I think I do. Yeah, I think I've took his pistol, right? Or did I already have that pistol? I can't remember. But I'm taking his loot. I'm taking his stuff. I'm loving it. This is another aspect of the game as well, which is actually really well done. The loot, to me, seems to have purpose above and beyond just picking it up to complete missions, which generally is what you're doing. You're trying to get materials to upgrade your crafting station to complete missions, to build better items, better weapons, better equipment. But I don't know what it is. It just actually seems like it feels like the loot is good. I mean, there are obviously some improvements they could make here. They could do things like, give you special effects on weapons. I think there is special weapons that do drop. I think there's like golden weapons, and they're really good against the massive Ark enemies because there's like big raid bosses that you can destroy. I think they've only been killed a few times. I believe it's called the Queen. It's like a massive walker. But anyway, look at this, right? This is just, I love this. The way that this shows you where you've been on your mission, and you can see where you've gone, the interactions you've had, when you've been looting, when you've been taking damage. This, again, is just such a cool feature. I don't know like how great this is in terms of like min-maxing or whatever, but it's really cool. And that's what games should be about, right? Just make it fun. So cool. But yeah, what I want to do is I'm going to jump over to another gameplay clip here because I kind of want to show you it's not all roses because you will get killed. So here, this is the third-person camera being abused by that player. See how he just conveniently stepped out and started blasting me? Now, I probably made a load of noise, and so he knew I was in the area. So it made sense to sort of, I guess, camp where he was and then peek out and take me out. Now, this is something which I can fully understand is going to piss people off because you will get killed in this game because people are literally looking around the corner with a third-person cam, very much like I did at the top of the video. This person, though, is going to absolutely stove my head in with his pickaxe, and then that's the end of me. So, yeah, and I lost quite a lot of good loot on that run as well. I was a bit pissed. This, though, listen to this. This was my very first game. Listen to this. This is why proximity chat is great. Listen to this.
See you later, dog shit.
That's not very nice, is it? that was literally my first game. It's like, what the hell is going on? Insane. But also, that creates a lot of organic moments in the game, the proximity chat. If you go and search on Reddit or TikTok or whatever, you'll find loads of videos of like crazy stuff going on where people are getting like entire lobbies to sort of group together and try and take out the harder PvE enemies or just go on retribution missions. Anyway, there's a lot to this game, right? So I've just waxed lyrical about how good I think the game is in the first 5 minutes, but there's a ton of stuff going on. So you've got the workshop, which is this. It's kind of like your base, and you can upgrade this with different crafting stations. You can level up the crafting stations, and then from there, you can start building different bits of equipment so you can increase your sort of value of your loadout before you go on missions, and you can build better weapons, better shields. You can just build ammo, build loads of stuff, right? This is the crafting interface. This is the reason why you want to get out of missions with a lot of crafting materials, although your pet chicken does bring you crafting materials as well. So, I mean, there's just a lot going on here, like an absolute ton of stuff. I think this is the best new extraction game, hands down. I think whatever Bungie were trying to look for with Marathon, this game has got it, right? It's got everything. It's got like the fear. It's got the tension. It's got the gunplay. It's got the items. It's got everything. It's got a skill tree. It's crazy, right? This skill tree, again, like I said, this is like my hot take first impressions after playing the alpha. I think this is, again, a nice little addition. There's probably going to be, maximal ways to go through this if you want to min-max or whatever. To me, I was just thinking, give myself as much stamina as possible so I can just run away for as long as possible. But again, you can see it's a fairly complex tree, although, again, it's just something to grind for. The more you play the game, the more you're going to be able to unlock skills, and it's going to make you slightly better, which I'm sure once you've got a lot of them, you're going to be really good. Now this, I like this, right? So these are all the different maps. And you'll notice you've got night raid versions of the maps. So you've got the spaceport, then you've got a night raid version of the spaceport. You've got the dam battlegrounds, and then there's a night raid. Buried City, which is what you guys seen at the top of the video. That was the night raid of Buried City. This is awesome. You'll notice as well, some of these maps have got modifiers, like Spaceport has a modifier on it, which changes some elements to the map. Again, this is really cool, right? Because this is giving you a reason to play on these different maps. And I think it's just awesome. Also, the maps themselves are insanely, and I mean insanely detailed. There's so much going on the maps. I feel like you could play the maps for, hours and hours and hours and still not find everything. And that to me is awesome, because that's the type of survival game this is. You know what? I actually... do you remember the Last of Us? They had a extraction shooter, didn't they, in the works? I wonder if it was going to be something similar to this. And I kind of look at this and think, maybe that would have worked. Because in that type of environment, which is kind of the same environment as this, obviously minus the zombies and whatnot, it's still this like post-apocalyptic world. It almost feels like Eastern European kind of rundown world. It's really good. Anyway, this is me just going through showing you the various menus and stuff. So this obviously is your loadout. This is where you select your gear from your stash before you go on a mission. So I've selected the map I want to go on. Now I'm selecting my gear. And there's a ton of different weapons, a ton of different gear. Again, I'm not going to talk on what's the best weapon or whatever, because frankly, I don't know. Like, I was just enjoying being swamped by all the different weapons, all the different ways of playing the game. And I think that's honestly like one of the major points of this game. It captures you with its complexity, and it isn't overly complex. It could be a worry as you get further down the line where things are like, everything's been downloaded, but that's kind of the same thing with any game, to be honest, where everyone's running the same sort of weapon and things are all distilled and it's not great. This isn't that. This feels really, really fluid at the moment. You've also got things like the traders. These are shops where you can buy different bits of equipment. Quite expensive, but you can use your credits to like maybe get ammo you need to take with a weapon on a mission, or maybe you need a shield, something like that. Again, like I said, it's quite expensive. There's also a battle pass in the game. And talking of monetization, the game is going to be $40, I believe. And I, it could be a problem, because you would think these games, you probably want to go free to play with a live service game. But it seems like we're going into this world of like the $40 live service supported by battle passes, which was spearheaded by Helldivers. And of course, we all know Concord tried the same thing and absolutely shit the bed. Although Helldivers worked, I feel this is going to work. I also feel this is going to be a big hit for Embark. Embark made the finals, and I think the finals is a woefully underrated game. I think that game is really well made for what it is. It just doesn't, for whatever reason, have that appeal. I think this game is going to have that appeal. It's going to draw people in. We've already seen extremely good player numbers if we take SteamDB as an example, or rather as evidence in air quotes. So we know people are enjoying this. We've seen you know, high viewership across YouTube, across Twitch and all that stuff. So all these metrics are kind of saying, yeah, a lot of people are playing this game. Obviously, who gives a shit who's watching whatever on Twitch and God knows what. I'm going to tell you guys right now that my opinion of this game is it is definitely the best extraction game I've played, but I'm not some die-hard extraction player. It's not like I've got 10,000 hours in Tarkov. I don't even like the idea of playing Tarkov. I've watched quite a bit of it. This, though, seems a lot more approachable to me, and it seems to have enough complexity that it's going to keep me interested and intrigued as time goes on. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm trying to just build my loadout, make sure I've got the right weapons. I'm checking the consumables I've got. I think what am I looking for here? I'm looking for shield gen. Yeah, so I'm looking for my shield regeneration item. And basically, I want to always make sure I've got some of that available and some bandages before I go on a mission. Again, it's just basic stuff, right? I'm not going to just run into the mission with no, with no consumables that are going to heal me if I've got what I believe is a pretty decent pistol. Although, like you guys seen in the previous bit of the video, that guy that came rushing out of the sort of dome building, he annihilated me and took that pistol. So I hope he enjoys it. Take the pistol, you son of a bitch. Also, I really like this animation. It's cool getting in the tube and flying away. Or, well, rather flying up to the surface. So, all right, let's go back to that night mission. And I'm gonna blast you here with the list of features I think are just bonkers in this game, right? So, it's got a really good extraction system. So there's loads of different ways of extracting. You can get on tube trains. You can extract through lifts. You can even get special items and keys, which will allow you to like open grates, which allow for fast extractions. So you can do different types of extractions or different types of missions. So you can be like, okay, I'm just going to go on a really fast run through here, then I'm just going to get out dead quick. I'm not going to go to these public extraction points where it could be a massive war. That is awesome. Also, this is awesome here as well. I'm moving really slow. I think these guys speak. Yeah, I don't know if you guys could hear that, but you can see with the proximity chat, guys, like somebody shot me, and then the guy said, I think he's in the trees, and I was like, shit. I think I just spoke all over it, so I legged it. I was like, oh god, they know I'm in the trees. I don't want to be there. But again, that's an example of just two guys organically playing together. Of course, you can queue as a three-player team, which is awesome. You've got that option. And you can play solo. I've had the most fun playing solo, mainly because I've got no friends, but I've mainly had the most fun playing solo. And also, this is, again, like, I just don't know why Bungie don't have this option in Marathon. It seems stupid, but they're, you know, they can make changes, so we'll see what they do. So I just think it's the best casual extraction experience by like an absolute mile. I love these night raids. They're awesome. You can get free gear as well, and I believe, I don't know whether this one I used the free kit. I might have done. I think you can tell actually from the UI because you don't have safe pockets. But if you could take free gear to go on a mission, you get random assortment of like a weapon and some ammo and stuff. But you don't have safe pockets. Now, safe pockets allow you to retain the items you put in them, even if you get killed, which is awesome. But you don't have them if you take the free loadout. But it still means you're competitive. Again, in terms of like time to kill, you actually, it's really fast in this game. If you're landing headshots, you're just taking people out super quick. But you should do. I mean, it's hard to land a headshot. And I haven't really felt like somebody's had like a completely OP weapon or like an OP build, and I've had no chance against them. I had a really insane moment, and I'm super pissed because I didn't record this. But I shot at somebody from a pretty long distance away, and I think I cracked them. So the shield effect went off, but blood as well. So I think the shield was destroyed. But I had no ammo, and I had to make a decision. I was like, what the hell do I do? And I literally rushed towards them with my pickaxe out, jumped into the building that they were in. They were trying to set up a defensive barricade, and I absolutely smashed their head in and took all their stuff, and it felt sick. Like, it sounds really simple and stupid, what I've just said, but it felt fucking amazing. It was like, I feel like, oh my god, it was life or death, and that is an insane experience to have. And I know this is like the mainstay of an extraction shooter, but you get it in this game, and you get it every single goddamn game. It is so good. Amazing. So yeah, I like this night extraction stuff. It's really good. You've got a torchlight as well, or a flashlight, which you can use, but obviously that will give your position away, so you've got to be careful. Now, the enemies are amazing in this game, and there's a lot of stuff going on with them. So they show you where enemy players are, but they don't tell you exactly where they are. So if gun turrets are firing, I mean, this bit here is actually quite frightening. So there's a lot of ticks on the floor here. They're guarding a door. I don't have a key to the door. And I'm like, oh, I think there's just one, but there's actually loads of them. You can get items, grenades. You can get like a lure grenade which you can throw out, and it'll lure them away, which is beautiful. You can, actually, talking of items, you've obviously got that barricade item as well, you can put down. But you can even make things where you can bar across doors and shut doors and things like that. So It's honestly super dynamic in terms of the items that you can get. But yeah, the PvE enemy design is great because you are genuinely frightened, like I'm worried about them. These things, I thought they were going to kill me. I mean, they were absolutely hammering me. But the big flying drones, like that one you can see above my head, they will give away the position of enemy players. The gun turrets, you'll see them firing across the map, so you know something is going on over there. You've also got to watch out for them yourself. It's just so good. Like, I honestly, and the little balls as well, I love them little balls, the way they roll after you. Again, creating that, oh my god moment of, like, do I stand and fight? Do I run? Really good. Like, honestly, the PvE enemy design in this, so good. Like, you see in there was a gun turret. I'm not going in there, because if that starts shooting at me, people know I'm in there. These are all decisions you're making moment to moment, and it's so good. Yeah, look, I don't have a save pocket here, so I took a free loadout on this run. It's just fantastic. Also, when you knock somebody, a flare gets blasted off their body. Now, this shows other players where they are, especially if they're outside, because the flare will fly up into the sky, and you can be like, something's going on over there. So again, if you are looking for combat, you can go over there and get involved in it. Inside buildings, it tends to bounce around in the building, but, you know, it's still, I guess, a massive bright light. So on a night map, you'd see it, well, I guess, quite easily. You can be effective with crap weapons. I kind of touched on that, but I guess it's worth touching on again. Yeah, you don't really need the best weapons, provided you get the jump on someone or you're playing tactically, you will have a good time. And I think that is great because it doesn't mean somebody who's got 10,000 hours and all the best gear just runs around and kills you and you've got no chance against them, even if you happen to jump them, which I think is good. At least it feels like that. Remember, this is the alpha phase, although the game just feels quite finished, to be honest. I've got to be real. I think the workshop is pretty cool, which is basically the base building element of the game. Gives you something to work towards. I always felt like when I was going on missions, I was going on missions with a purpose of I need a certain type of item. Like I've been trying to find the dog collar to upgrade my chicken because my chicken gives me more materials when I go back to the base, and I'm being shot at, so I'm running away. Also, that thing I just ran past, if you get like a special item, you can put it into that and it opens up and there's some decent loot in that. But I'm running away here because I don't want to get killed. I've got not a lot of health. I don't have any consumable items to heal me, and I'm kind of worried. But again, I'm just kind of playing really safe because I don't want to die. But I think what I do here is I look back just in case anyone is chasing after me, because I've got the Pharaoh, which uses heavy ammo. It's like a single shot rifle. It's quite accurate and it does a lot of damage. So I'm thinking if someone is trying to get me, I can kill them. But again, this is that tension moment. It feels like, oh my god, is somebody coming? And I'm really trying to listen. Again, I know I'm talking all over this, but I'm listening for any kind of footsteps or anything. And it's like, ooh, it's really cool. I think the quest hub in the game is pretty good as well. The quests are not particularly like super interesting, but it's like, again, an additional gameplay element. So it'll be basic stuff to begin with, like go and collect a certain amount of like linen for the medic guy, and then you'll get like a medic reward and stuff like that. So it's okay, right? It's fine. It adds another element. I think one of the issues with these extraction games is making it worth your while going into the game, giving you sort of missions to complete, special objectives, items to look for, and then of course getting involved with a bit of PvE and a bit of PvP. What I will say, though, it would be quite nice if there was a purely PvE mode in this game. I'm sure they could do it as well, you know, because the enemies are super varied. And especially, like, I don't even know what they're called. They're like these tick spider tank bot things. If they see you, they'll just blow you away. And there's massive ones. And like I said, there's the Queen, which is this, like, absolutely massive, like, super mech, which has only been killed a few times, I believe, according to the Embark Twitter. But, so, like, the official Twitter account. But honestly, just crazy. It's just crazy. The maps as well. The maps, I think, are almost like the star of the show. There's so much detail in these maps. I think the way they're designed as well is just really awesome. Visually stunning. The graphics engine works well. Performance is fantastic. Again, this is something Embark were known for with the finals. The performance in that game was friggin' insane. Like, really good. Skill trees are fine. I love the way you can select different maps. I love the crazy items that you get in the game. I think the sound design is just mental. I think what they've got here, right, guys, is I am not an extraction shooter player. And so I fully expected to be like, this game's trash and I've got no, I just don't want to play the game. And yet after my first game, I was back again and I was back again. It kept making me want to play. And every time I was loading the game up, it was giving me something slightly different to do, slightly different to look forward to. Go here, try this, do this quest. What's this noise? Go and take out this enemy, collect a piece of its debris. Or I'm just thinking, you know what? I'm going to go in and I'm just going to try and find enemy players. I'm just going to try and take them out. I wonder if I can camp maybe an extraction point. Might be some people I can kill. Again, I'm playing solo predominantly, so I know I'm not going to get 3 players against me unless organically players have set up a group, which you can do. And again, that is one of those things where you get this emergent gameplay because you've got, you know, you've got the fear of you can lose everything, and I mean everything. And because the time to kill is so low, like 1 bullet can drop somebody. Like if you do make an alliance with someone, you can kill each other so fast, and you've got that much gear, you really have to trust each other. And the question is, will players trust each other? Who really knows? But again, it creates these awesome organic moments. Marathon, on the other hand, doesn't have any of that, so it's super sterile by comparison. And I feel like these extraction shooters, I've been on like a bit of a crash course on them over the last week or so, and I feel like they're what am I trying to do here? I don't know what I'm trying to do here. What am I trying to do? I don't know. I think I was maybe checking my push to talk. I don't think I talked to anyone in this game though. But like I said, I feel like when I look at these extraction shooters, if I was going to develop one, there'd be some baseline things I'd want in my game, and it would be super detailed maps that are very big. It would be really interesting points of interest, POIs over said map. It would be really good PvE enemies to create some form of tension, and it would be ace, and I mean absolutely excellently designed player characters, really good weapons, varied weapon design, but crucially I'd want to lean into that community aspect, that organic gameplay, because you don't know what's going to happen on any given game of this. You know, this is what extraction shooters are like. It's not a structured environment, right? This isn't like a team-based hero shooter. There's no structure. Anything can happen. You know, just insane stuff can happen. So being able to organically speak to people, I think, is such a massive boon. And I don't know why you would not put that in your game. In fact, I think that's probably a failure of game design, if I'm totally honest. It's a case of we need to be sanitized for the sake of being sanitized. But that's enough of ragging on Marathon, or kind of is it? I don't know, because I feel like this game has kicked Marathon in the bollocks, right? Now, I like I said, I'm not this guy who plays a ton of extraction shooters. I got the Marathon Alpha access, luckily, and I played it, and I thought, hey, this is, I don't know what it is, but something is making me come back here. I can hear that guy. Well, actually, this is the clip I used at the top of the video. I shot that guy, but I can hear that guy coming. But like, anyway, I was thinking like, oh, okay, I'm going to try this. I really like the sort of art design. I think that looks incredible. And the game was like, oh dear, I don't really, the gunplay's okay, but I'm a bit confused here what's going on. But I played again, and then I played again. And I think ultimately I put about 20 hours into that game. But I'm still not like blown away by it. And I'm like, this game though, I'm really pissed off because I had to actually go out over the weekend. So I've missed the chance to put tons of hours into this because it was only a short test period by comparison. So I think I've only got about 12 hours in this or something. But honestly, this could be a game I could easily play. And I mean easily continue to come back and play over and over again. I mean, like, look at this. This is just so good. That guy had no idea I was there. I mean, he could have if he looked around. But, I mean, and obviously I was being a bit of a scumbag hiding in the corner. But maybe I was playing better than him because I heard him running around and he was being super loud. But you can see, look at that. The drone gets attracted. And I don't think I killed the drone, actually. No, I don't think I kill it, do I? Because I have to run away. Or, no, it attracts another drone. So I killed that. Yeah, I destroyed the arc. Drone thing, but there's another one coming, and this weapon here, this kettle, doesn't have enough power to get through the armor of that thing. That's why I'm running away. I need to reload my Pharaoh to shoot that because it's got the heavy ammo. I think that awesome pistol I had as well in the other gameplay clip, I think that could damage them as well. But well, anyway, this guy's trying to get away. Now the thing with these guys getting away, I believe you can get a self-revive item, but also I'm just not going to let this guy get away. I want to kill him. I want to take his loot. And then I want to go for the extraction. But anyway, you guys see the end of this video, so whatever. I'll let it run again, and I'll just finish my thoughts on this. I feel like what Embark have got here is probably the first widely commercially viable extraction shooter. Again, yeah, I understand extraction shooters are like the BR games of the last 10 years and like the MMO games for the last 5 years before that, let's say, where everyone was trying to make one because somebody made one and it was super, super popular. Extraction, though, we only really got Tarkov, which is super duper popular. I mean, I don't know. Can you call like PUBG and DayZ extraction shooters? I don't know. Maybe technically, I don't know. But like, I just I mean, they're more like survival experiences, I guess. I don't know. But this is as a self-enclosed extraction shooter is frigging awesome, and it makes me, as somebody who does not play extraction shooters, want to play this. What I want to leave this video with is just simply this, right? You've listened to me talk about this game for God knows how long now. I really enjoy this game. I would go and get this game, or at least get into the next alpha when it's available, and hopefully that's pretty soon, and hopefully it's longer. I can't see this game being very far away from launch either. I think you will be pleasantly surprised, especially if you're like me and you're maybe like a bit of a snob when it comes to extraction shooters. You're like, no, I don't want to, you know, why play a game where I can just lose absolutely everything? I don't understand that. You know, there's no point. Or it's just overly complex for the sake of being overly complex, like Tarkov, with God knows how much stuff going on in that game and too many systems. This isn't like that. This is way more approachable, but it also feels complex enough that it's going to make me keep coming back. And I had a really good time. Honestly, a really good time. All right, guys, thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed that, then do subscribe to the channel. Like the video. It helps a ton. And yeah, you can follow me on everything, which is @Stylosa. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. See you soon.